guilty of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? It's Tuesday. I wish I could say it's almost Friday again. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up, party people? Everybody ready? Everybody is ready. Everybody's ready to roast Stearns. I see all the shows happening. I see everything going on, and I wish I can do like 3 shows a day, right? I wish I could come in at like 10 and report, and then some hits, and I come in at 12:30 and then back again at 4. I'd be killing it all day long. In the meantime, if you guys can do me a favor now that you're here, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get a membership if you can. That helps the algorithm so much. Don't worry, I'm going to cover it all. I know I see what's going on out in the world and true crime and the news. Stephan Sterns, Maddie Soto, Jenn Soto. I follow it all. Hello, Mary Joy. Good to see you. Tiff, my girl. 111. You guys say a prayer for Maddie Soto that she gets complete and utter justice. And us say a prayer that Tiff feels better soon. Her and the babies are down and out, got a sore throat and not feeling good. So, Tiff, just hang back there, listen to the show. We'll handle things. I also have my wrench going, and that's just me being with my cape on. I got it. I love zapping the trolls. Thank you for being here, Tiff, and all that you've done for the channel, you guys. We have so much more merch up in the store because of Tiff. Tiff is our merch gal, and Tiff has been killing it with the merch, the designs, and the quality. So thank you, Tiff. I appreciate you. Prayers for Maddie Soto. She gets complete and utter justice. I love that Nancy Grace is covering it. They're going to do it on Vinnie Politan tonight with Grizzly True Crime. So, of course, we're going to cover all of that. We're going to get to all of it. I want to get to the phone calls so we can document them. The last ones will be today, but just because they're last doesn't mean they're not good. All right, so welcome. What's up, Elizabeth? How you doing? My girl Carly. I meant to text you back and then I got busy. I hope you're doing well, Carly. I hope everything's good on the home front. Rebecca, how you doing? My girl Foxy, can't wait for the Foxy boxes to come out. What's up, Maria? How you doing? And Synth, I know you're somewhere around here. We'll probably see Sweetie in a while. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing great. It's Tuesday and the day went well. I can't say anything bad about it. All I can say is I see everything that's happening. I've got special episodes that are not Maddie Soto coming up. I've got members only that are coming up. I have giveaways that are coming up, and all of this is coming up soon. So don't forget, I gotta thank all the people that are green in the chat, like Michelle Horick. If you got that little S symbol and you're green, then you're going to have a chance to win a ton of cool stuff. So keep your green going. Thank you, Randy B. I always appreciate that, my friend. Glad to hear. Hey, you know what? You guys have no idea. I literally got home from work, took like a 30-minute nap, and then I just popped up and I said, here we go. Let's do this. Stephan Sterns jail calls. No doubt that Jenn Soto pushed Maddie on him. She knew part 3. Now, I got to tell you guys, I time stamped that for you last night after I was done. Edith, hello, my friend, my girl, what's up? I time stamped that video, call 1, call 2, call 3, and I time stamped where Stephan said Jenn and Maddie would look at Stephan Sterns and talk about how good he looks and how cute he is. And they were both kind of, Jenn was jealous of her Maddie and they'd get into it. So, again, sometimes there's nothing burgers, but something's going to come out about this because Jenn Soto, we know that you knew what was happening. And we're pretty sure Stephan can't keep his mouth shut. Elizabeth says, somebody said Taco Tuesday, and now I want a taco, but I don't feel like making them. Well, that's what DoorDash is for, girl. That's what DoorDash. Whenever Reese sings, it's raining tacos, or whatever that song is, talking about raining tacos, I'm like, waiting for the rain. I'm like, let me catch those tacos. I got to catch the tacos. But yes, we do want full and utter justice for Madeline Soto. And the only way that can happen if Jenn Soto gets arrested. All right. So dad knows, roommates. Yeah, we're going to have to go over that interview too. We never really did that interview with Chris and Deb on Hidden True Crime on my channel. If I clipped a part, I did, but I saw allegedly speculating doing that today, and I have so much to say, but I still have a bunch of new breaking stuff that I have to get into. I've got to do the FDLE. Really, I got some great notes on the FDLE, and I want to go over that original OG emergency arrest warrant. Yeah, I did. I saw that. I've been catching those, and it makes me laugh. Yeah, it's raining tacos out of the sky. Need to ask why. I love that song. And then it gives me the taco vibe, and I just want tacos. I'll make them for you, but Uber One will take hours. Yeah, justice for Madeline. So I wanted to wait till everybody rolled in before I hit play, and then people come in and say, "Oh, I forgot something. What happened? What? Wait, where?" And I love to make sure you guys know we're all on the same page. I try to keep it real with you guys and also keep you all happy. Happy hashtag kindergarten teacher. And Jenn, thank you so much. Arrest Jenn Soto, justice for Maddie. Amen. I appreciate you. People like you are the ones that help my channel also grow financially. So thank you. And for me to get better equipment, etc., etc. So thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I always forget what it is. So yeah, and if you don't have the means, hit the like button. Is free. And then sharing with your community and friends. So thank you. There are 202 people in chat, so it'd be nice if you guys can hit the like button and get us up there. Randy B, Mods and Crime member for 7 months. You're an OG because we've only been around for a year and we weren't monetized right away. So yeah, let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. I want to get to it. I'm so looking forward to this whole week. This whole week, I've got jam-packed stuff for you all, and I'm excited about it. There's sometimes when I'm not like super excited about what I'm doing, and it's like, okay, but most of the time I'm pretty excited about bringing you the things that I'm bringing you, and today and tomorrow and Friday and all the super member stuff and all the giveaways. I get really excited about that, because I like seeing you guys get all happy and excited. So, that being said, let's start this first call and make sure I didn't get past this. All right, so the first call is we moved to the next time frame. The very first ones were, hold on real quick. Okay, so this one's June 2nd, 2024, and it's the first one of the day. It's at 3:40 p.m. Now, remember, this guy keeps calling his stupid parents back. Yes, I said stupid parents, Deb and Chris. He keeps calling his stupid parents back, and then all day long, and then they're trying to talk about things and giving it away and using things that are gonna be used for the prosecution, which I'm so glad for, because prosecution, you better be doing your job. Jesse Lou, I'm glad you made it. What's up? Super stoked that you caught alive. Kimber Slice, good to see you. Lynette, a member for 10 months. Welcome. Voices Carry. Hello, my friend. All right, so Elizabeth got 5 months. Love Guilty of Crime. Rachel's got 8 morning. And Randy B's got 7. And then we got a super chat right in the beginning. Thank you so much, Jen, for the $4.99. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gross parents, yes. But they're helping the prosecution here. They're crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, a lot of comments. I never just feature super chats. I just chat with y'all because I know you like attention. I don't like being in a chat where nobody's talking to me. And I definitely don't like when the creator just ignores me the whole dang show and doesn't let me interact. So I'm always going to let you guys interact. Make sure we keep the phone calls in. Let you guys join me on members only. Kimber smiles. Thank you, girl. I wish I could see your picture a little better for the $9.99 super sticker. And it looks really cute. It looks like you have a cowgirl hat and a pool in the background. That's going to be me this summer. I'm already geared up for it. Big girl for life. What's up, my friend? And Nerdy Cat's been a member for 10 months. Hello. All right, let's press play, guys. I see you guys are all in, ready to go. They're a whole box of rocks. Yeah. They're crazy. And Rosie, my girl, choo-choo. Got to do that for you. All right, let's hit play. June 2nd, 2024, 3:40 p.m.
Good timing.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was worried that you'd probably, because I know the weekends are busy for you. But we had a little under an hour before the phone system turns off.
My friend Sharon.
What time's it turn off?
4:30 until 7:30.
Oh.
It turns off from 4:30 to 7:30. Mr. Whiny Pants. Sharon Belko, thank you. This is my Leo twin, you guys. And when I say Leo twin, I really mean it. There's people that you just twin with hard. Now, we're both Leos. And if you know anything about Leos, you just know. All right. Good to see you, my girl. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right. This guy, Mickey Mouse on crack.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got time.
Okay. So I just used the commissary kiosk, and I looked into the reading glasses. They're $11.50 a piece.
Those reading glasses again.
And they start at 1.25 and step up in quarter increments all the way up to 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sure, bud.
So what do you think? 1.5?
1.5. I guess I could start with that.
Yeah. Do you get a chance to try? I guess you don't get a chance to try tomorrow, right?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go for one. Let's try 1.5.
Can you guys imagine not knowing at 40? How old is this guy? He looks like he's 70, but he's 38 years old, and he freaking doesn't know what his glasses are. He doesn't know what his spectacles are, and he's got to ask his dad, and then his dad's ridiculous. Maybe you could return them if you don't know. Maybe you could just send them back to commissary and say, oh, yeah, no, I don't know about that. What an idiot, man. This guy. I mean, he stays chew. I was about to say that One Love Revolutionary. He sits there chewing like a cow the whole time and then complaining about how he's running out of his root beer barrels. Maternal jealousy is real ugly, but that shouldn't even exist in that way that Madeline Soto and Jenn Soto were doing the things. And I do believe once Maddie hit puberty, it was on and popping with her and Jen fighting, and Stephan was just sucking it up. Come here, Maddie. It's okay. Come on. Don't worry about it. You come sleep with me. Don't worry, honey. I got you. Because that's how much he loved Maddie, He can't do without her because we know how that is. Yeah, withdrawing from all the things he was snorting is what it is. And thank you. Yeah, hit that like button.
Okay, we'll try 1.5. I'll make that on my next order. I'll need some money account bill if you want to put some in today.
Yeah, I'll give myself a reminder and make sure I do that.
Yeah, because I did make an order, but there's no money in the account, so the money won't pull out until tomorrow morning. So as long as you put some in tonight, it'll be fine.
All right. Let me
This guy,
make
man.
myself an alarm.
Okay.
Daddy.
I got myself some more coffees, a couple more sleeves of saltines, and some more root beer barrels. And I got myself a little treat. I got myself a little box of fruit punch beverage mix.
Daddy, I got me some fruit punch and
I
root
guess
beer
I will
barrels.
get some reading glasses and see how that goes for me.
I hope the reading glasses don't work at all and you have to buy every single pair and then somebody smashes you in the face with your glasses. By the way, speaking of that, I want to say I've been covering Scott Peterson. If you're on my channel, I cover Scott Peterson. I've been covering shorts of him getting beat up in pickleball. Well, he wasn't in fact beat up in pickleball at all. It's a bit different. So I want to run the Scott Peterson. That guy is a baby killer, and he took his life's wife. She was 9 months pregnant when the baby washed up in the shore. He was on death row. He got taken off. He's waiting for some DNA. He got his ass kicked. And I have the interview of the guy that did that to the baby killer. So I want to tell you guys, I want to cover the Scott Peterson case one more time and give you guys an update. It is funny, and I think that Stephan Sterns, I hope he also gets smashed in the face for doing what he did to Maddie for so many years and then taking her life. Voices, Carrie, thank you so much for the $4.99. Don't be janky, y'all. Meander over and hit that like button. And our good friend Sharon Belko, who's my Leo twin, gave me money for membership. So I'll gift you guys some memberships in a bit, and that will be from our friend Sharon, my Leo twin. Oh, it's all about the money. It's always about the money for the guys in prison. I'm sorry if anyone gets offended. Just my personal experience. It always is about that. All right. Yeah, it was. But you haven't heard me on it. You haven't heard me talk about it yet. I've been covering the Scott Peterson case, and Scott Peterson was in my hometown when that happened. I went to Modesto Junior College, and then I came from MJC up to the Bay Area and finished my degree in graphic design here in the Bay Area. So that's funny. Modesto was, all of that relates, and it was so close to where I was, Modesto, California. So it's kind of a personal thing for me, and what he did to Lacey, I can't even imagine. I was so excited when my baby was on her way. The pregnancy, every bit of the pregnancy excited me. The pictures of Reese's little face when she'd try to hide it and she'd hide behind the umbilical cord. Reese did not want pictures when she was in mommy's belly. And it was exciting. And the day she was born was amazing. Whoever doesn't want that, and then you take their life, you deserve to rot in pickleball hell. Butterfly kisses, welcome. I'm glad you caught alive. All right, let's keep going. Very sad story, but it needs to be told in completion.
Can't believe I'm already looking into reading glasses. I feel like an old man.
You are an old man, piece of poop.
Oh, you're getting old. Hey, question.
Yes.
When you left town to go to Kissimmee, what time did you leave?
Here it is, folks.
It's in the afternoon.
Thank you.
It's Sunday.
Soto.
Sunday.
Or like 4 o'clock?
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, something like that.
Okay, so now you guys know I keep hearing rumors, and I want to clear this up. Thank you so much, Deanna. Arrest Jenn Soto, $1.99, well spent. Just to say, arrest Jenn Soto. I agree, and all the memberships I'm going to buy, just money well spent on memberships to say hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. We have already started that movement. Now that I do hashtag arrest Jenn Soto, it always comes up. Thank you, Foxy, for the 420 guilty of crime membership in honor of her brother, that his life was gone at 19 years old. Thank you so much. All right. And then somebody else said something and I missed it. Dang it. Oh, yeah, Lacey's parents will love Jay's coverage of the monster. Yes, I've covered it. I've got a playlist, and I'm gonna continue covering it. So don't worry, y'all. I got it. Hello, Alyssa. Okay, so I wanted to say before they get into this, many people speculated that Stephan Sterns came on Saturday. Not that I believe Stephan, but police officers have his tracking information and they have all of his phones and all of his things. He did not come on Saturday. He came on Sunday around the time he said he did, and he got there around the time Maddie got home. So he might have been there a little before Maddie got home and he kind of hid out and didn't want the family to see him, or he was waiting outside for the family to drop Maddie off and then come into the house. He was not there on Saturday when people think that Jenn called him over and she was like, "Hey, Stephan, I think Maddie's pregnant." That's one of the theories. Maddie's pregnant and you got to get over here. We got to take care of it. And so he slid in on Saturday and he was there and something happened. Then Sunday that didn't happen. He was there on Sunday and he did meander his way over there at about 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock and reached there at 8:39. All right, that's what they're going to talk about now. So I just want to set that straight. He was not there on Saturday.
Could have been later, 6 o'clock?
Maybe. I don't think I got to Kissimmee until around 8:30ish.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That sound about right?
Thank you.
I was curious as to, I don't know if I said goodbye to you when you left. You said something about when I get back we would go shooting, so I guess we're not going to do that now.
Yeah, believe me, I'd love to go shoot.
Oh my
Sorry, we
goodness.
didn't get to do that.
There's a lot of things I'm not going to be doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
I don't think they do pizza in prison.
No, that's one thing I'm not going to get. Or Taco Bell, or, I always said that life isn't so bad as long as you still have pizza and tacos. I don't have that.
All right, now none of us want tacos anymore. He totally just ruined that for us, you guys. Beauty Lover, thank you so much. One of my mods will drop a membership. It's Guilty of Crime. It's YouTube/Guilty of Crime, and then membership. Carly always has the best link to that. It's the /join. Instead of going to my community page, you could just follow that link and join. And then we've got members only content coming up. I'm going to do something this week, like a pop-up live, and then I'm going to do it again next week. And we always have fun on members only. Not only fun, but it's informative. So Beauty Lover, please get a membership. We don't know that Maddie was pregnant or not pregnant. The family says she was not. That's the word on the street, is that she was not. And the only people that would know would be the people that have seen the reports. Stephan Sterns would know, of course. He's already seen her autopsy. Tyler Wallace, Jenn Soto, and Tatiana. So that family would know. Word on the streets is she wasn't. But the theory is that she was, and he came down Saturday and hid out and nobody knew he was there. That just didn't happen. All right, it just didn't happen. So thank you for anyone that wants a membership. The mods will drop a link. I'm going to gift some memberships right now.
Oh, they're opening up a Del Taco in Port Charlotte.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Missed that.
Yeah,
No
I think they're
remorse.
opening it up down the street from Arby's.
It's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
Maddie's not
thought of you
alive.
right away.
Yeah, well, it's right that you should, because that definitely would have been exciting news for me.
Yep.
Maybe if that Del Taco would have come out before, maybe he would have thought twice about taking Maddie's life. What do you think? You think he might have not taken it because the Del Taco, Maddie's life. Del Taco, Maddie's Del Taco. Oh no, Maddie's life. All right, screw the Del Taco. These people have no sympathy and no remorse for anybody or anything. And my favorite place besides where I live is San Diego, California. Welcome, Cecilia Victoria Lucero. San Diego, California is my home away from home. Thank you for being here, Thomas. Thank you for being here. Our guy, Thomas. All right. I just gifted memberships. I'm about to. Or if I did,
Yep.
let me see.
I just feel so sad sometimes.
Me too.
Yep. A lot of people getting the backlash from this.
Hey, Teresa.
People care anyway.
Yeah, and pray to God.
A lot of hurt going around everywhere.
Yep. Just, one of my biggest regrets is that I've been so cavalier and so careless with the people that cared about me and that relied on me to be better than I was.
Yep.
That's your only regret? Wow.
Yep.
One of my biggest and deepest regrets.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep. Unfortunately, there's no backspace, delete, and do over it. We're past that.
Yeah. Well, I just keep praying to God to deliver me from this and give me a chance to do it right.
That's a big if.
Yeah, I know it's a big ask, and I told him even if I'm not worthy of it now, that I'll work my best to become worthy of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I hope that you guys.
Well, the murder charge. Yeah, the murder charge aside, I mean, you're pretty much fucked on the other side.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to confirm or deny anything one way or the other. I'm trying to hold on to hope as best as I can and see how the cards fall out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just hoping for something to go, anything could go wrong in a case. Anything can go wrong. And I think that's what he's hoping for. He's hoping something either goes wrong, or I kind of heard this theory, and I've heard it before because we talk about rough abuse. You know what that means. He's not supposed to have sex with Maddie, but we call it abuse. Some people think he was having rough abuse with Maddie, and the fact that he over medicated her that night could have caused what happened to Maddie, and he could be in fact using that as his as what happened, as his out. That's another thing. If you're doing something and it's an accident, and now that case is not locked in with the CSAM, and we know that Stephan Sterns is overage, but he's still professing his dying love for her in these phone calls, in that letter. And let's say he did his kink stuff and she was over medicated. And I did read, I know her hyoid bone was broken, but I absolutely read in an article that you can, while having rough sex, which we know it was abuse, but if two consensual people have rough sex and the other one's medicated or over medicated, and you don't know how hard you're pushing down, and you do that whole thing where the sadomasochist, you're doing this, you're doing that. I mean, I just watched a video the other day of a sex worker that took the life of her client. He wanted to be wrapped up in saran wrap and to have his boots glued on him. That was like his kink. And she walked away for a minute to go film it. And then she got stuck on her phone. And when she came back, he had passed away. And this is no joke. This happens when people do rough sex, but that's grown people that are allowed to do that. And that happens. So it was a theory that got thrown out there. If that is the case and that does come out, he probably won't get the death penalty. But the death penalty at this point doesn't matter as long as he's just never on the streets again and he gets prison justice. Yeah, I heard that too, and I can't agree with it all the way, but I can entertain it because we don't exactly know. It just sucks. Either way, it just sucks. Yeah, there you go, voices, Carrie. That's it right there. Exactly. Last part, he still unalived her. Yes. But you don't do that stuff with little girls. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, this girl that did that to one of her clients, she might not even get any time. That she might get recklessness or something like that because she walked away for a minute. Now, this is comes into play, Karis. This comes into play just because we already know he did all the CSAM stuff. He's not saying he didn't do the CSAM stuff. His DNA is all over her, but he's also claiming to be in love with her. I don't like this theory any more than any of you do. Some of you guys have this theory, some of you don't, but that still doesn't factor in. All that says is that he was sleeping with in a abusive way with Maddie. That's all that means. And I can't wait to get to the FDLE that talks about this. That doesn't mean mean one thing. That means that, and that means that. It doesn't mean two things. So I agree. Absolutely. No, she didn't, or could she? And that's a whole different subject. She wouldn't have gave him permission to take her life. Now, would she? All right. Yeah, I do. I so sick of hearing that man feel sorry for himself. Right. Agree. And that's what this is gonna be the last day of phone calls today. And then we've got more to cover.
Sorry.
Yep. Anyway, follow up on where your mail order is. Is that possibility?
When I talked to
Jen?
when I spoke to the mental health director, she said that she would check with the mailroom, but in case that she forgot to do that, which it's likely that she did forget, that you guys could also call the mailroom and check in with them and say, hey, we're trying to send ourselves from the outside. What's the deal with that?
Exactly, Wyatt.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I'll follow up on Monday.
Yeah. So if you guys get a hold of the mailroom, you should be able to look into that and see what's what.
I think so.
Okay.
It didn't say those exact words.
No problem.
Yes.
Anyway.
So, well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to make sure that I called you before the phone system turned off and hope that I caught you at a good time.
Don't worry, it's only 3:40 p.m. in their world, and he's going to call back 2 more long times, guys. All right, 2 more long times. Yeah, the way his parents coddle him, they're still trying to hang on that TBI thing and say that his mental growth was stunted, and that's why he was in love with this little girl. I know where they're going with this. All right, I really do. And welcome, Wyatt. So many people want to say hi to you, Wyatt. I saw Osane in chat the other day, said hi, and a whole other crew. I'm not even going to mention the channel because I don't want to. I'm not too fond of that channel, but they all say hello.
Yep.
Sitting in an open house.
I just finished up with some people.
Me too, Auntie.
Are you showing houses or sitting at an open house?
No, I was just showing some homes.
Okay. So you're going back into the general side of things?
That's all I'm doing.
Well, I guess with the way the market is going down there, I guess general is not such a bad thing right now, huh?
Oh, much better. You're not stuck trying to sell a single product. You've got the whole market available to yourself.
Yeah.
You get to control the narrative.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I imagine that probably is a good deal right now, especially with the way it's heating up down there. So.
Yeah, this whole week is going to be triggering, you guys. So if you need to do something else, please take care of your mental health first. Take a break, get away, do what you got to do. We love you. If you come in, you're triggered, hit the like button if you can. You take out that aggression on smashing that like button, all right? But otherwise, we say, yeah, definitely trigger warning. Auntie Ree, I found an article on a 13-year-old from Toledo found alive in an abandoned house. They have a warrant for her father. It's horrible. If you would do me a favor and send that to me, I'd love to see it. I've been seeing these things with 13 and 14-year-old children and their lives being taken by their parents. So, guiltyofcrime@gmail.com. If you just need to get a hold of me, just go to guiltyofcrime.com. You'll get a hold of me and you'll get a hold of a bunch of other stuff. All right. Yeah. Sicko. All right.
Yep.
wish I could be there to help you out.
Well, me too, but can't dwell on that. We got to figure out what kind of path we can carve out it for you in the future.
None.
Yeah,
Maybe God has a plan for you.
maybe
Maybe the devil.
maybe I won't spend the rest of my natural life in these places, and if so, I need to have some sort of plan together,
Yeah,
some sort of resource to fall back on.
you're a smart guy. You
You're a
articulate
pedo.
well. You get passionate about something. Maybe God has a plan for you.
Maybe.
When he gets passionate about something, he sticks to it for the next 6 and 7 years, like Maddie. He was very passionate about Maddie. And yes, in that love note that he wrote that was really cringy, it did kind of, it kind of was almost a confession letter when he talks about, being the last moments, dying in her arms or whatever, dying in his arms. I don't even know. I covered that on my channel, but it was very telling.
If I get to be free again, I've been thinking about that, obviously job prospects are going to be difficult to come by. I might need some sort of resources to help me get back on my feet immediately until I can work out the income situation.
You're never getting out, homie.
Don't know what that would be, but because
maybe
we may be gone by the time you get out.
I don't know if there's any way we might be able to set up some sort of trust fund or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would work out, but maybe some sort of plan could be gotten together, but that's all conjecture until we know what's going to be what here.
You're never getting out, homie.
So,
Well, once we figure out what's what, then we can figure out what to do in the future.
yeah. And, did you manage to find my watch?
No, not
Oh, we're talking about Maddie's life being taken and God having a plan for him. And by the way, did you find my watch? Because I do need to get that money. No, he didn't find. He's claiming PTSD for finding her body upstairs. He says he went to bed with her and then he got up in the middle of the night, probably around the time he logged in or out a Telegram, and went for a walk. And when he came back around dawn, she was already cold with blue lips and she was gone. He has PTSD because he found her unalived upstairs, guys. But hold on, let's talk about the watch real quick.
yet.
Okay, you probably haven't looked for it yet.
Well, if it's in the storage stuff, I'm not tearing that stuff apart because you can imagine I had to
The
cram.
boxes that were in my room.
Well, we've been through the boxes and it wasn't in your room.
It's not in your room, dude.
But you didn't look inside the mouse droid popcorn receptacle.
We went through everything.
So
and I can tell you it wasn't there.
So it wasn't in the mouse droid popcorn bucket?
Nope.
Damn, where is that watch? It's got to be in there somewhere. I mean, it wouldn't be anywhere else. I would have brought it with me.
Well, I can tell you that we went through everything, fine tooth comb, and not there.
Fine tooth.
What do you think? What do you think that watch is worth?
At least in the condition that it's in right now, I mean, it needs servicing. It's probably overdue for service, but $1,200, a couple thousand, maybe more.
Yeah.
If you find these certificates with everything that are in the stores, my Omega box is in there somewhere. That will help.
I think you're.
Don't worry about it.
I think you were on target with the first number because
just hit the
Omegas don't get the value that Rolexes do.
Well, probably.
Okay, I had to stop that because I also hear all over the internet about what the heck this watch is. People are saying he's looking for the Fitbit to get evidence. That's not it. It's kind of like a knockoff Rolex, I guess. People are calling that. It's an Omega watch, which he says is worth a couple $1,000s, 1.7 to 2,000. I don't know where he got that. I can look up an Omega watch. I would never buy a watch like that, so I don't know. I think that's a bad investment, and it obviously is not paying off. Indie Isham, thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. And you guys don't have to say sorry if you can't support my channel like this. Supporting my channel just means hitting the like button and then coming back, listening to my content. And if you can hit the share button with your friends, that's all I ask. You don't have to, don't worry about it. Don't apologize, you guys. I don't want you feeling bad at all. What's up, Darlene? Kissy marks. Love your style. I appreciate you. Yeah, and of course it's non-consensual. Yeah, it's that damn Omega watch that they're talking about. I'll look it up real quick.
Totally.
So,
Rolexes do retain your value a lot better.
Of course.
yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted something that was different and not a Rolex. You know, any a-hole with money goes and gets a Rolex. You know, doesn't require any taste or any knowledge. But I like the fact that Grandpa had an Omega.
He's an idiot, I swear. I like the fact that Grandpa had an Omega, is what he said. That's how he sounds like. I'm going to just clear this up real quick. Let me remove this and show you what the hell he's talking about real quick. I just want you guys to see, in case you didn't know. There, I put up the Omega watch. That's what he's talking about right there. Are those stupid watches. And he didn't want to be like everyone else, guys. He did not want to be like everyone else, guys. He didn't want to be like the Rolex guys. He wanted to be his own guy because he's very cool. That's it right there, guys. That's an Omega. And you can see Omega Seamaster, whatever. I just typed in 2000 Omega watch, and that's about how much they are. You got a Seamaster, Speedmaster, whatever, all these different Omega watches. And that's about it. There's nothing really special to it. Let me pull this off and then just throw that one on just so we could clear it up, because I hear a lot of people want to know what they're talking about. That's it right there. All right. Now I'm not going to sign up for this. It's $2,595. It's an Omega watch. That's what this guy's looking for. Mickey Mouse needs to find his watch so he knows what time he's never getting out of prison. That's not really why he wants his watch. He wants it so he can sell it and have a thing set up for commissary. Okay, so that's what he wants. Nobody cares. Now we know. Yeah, what a joke. We're talking about Madeline Soto's life being taken, and then we switch up to this Omega watch that he keeps talking to and being just bugging the crap out of them. Yeah. Hey guys, I didn't want that watch. I wanted one that would be cool. Any idiot can order they can order a Rolex, but they can't order an Omega. Only chomos like those. All right, let's get this down. I don't even want to ever see an Omega watch again after that. Okay, let's get back to it. I had to, because I'm tired of hearing about that stupid watch. All right. Here we go. June 2nd, 2024, 3:40.
As well. I don't know. It seemed appropriate using his inheritance to buy the same kind of watch that he would have had.
You can't do what?
I said it seemed appropriate to use his inheritance to buy the same kind of watch that he would have had. It made me feel a little more connected to him, I guess.
Oh God.
I don't even remember what his watch looked like.
Thank you, Sid.
I know he wasn't wearing it towards the end. He was wearing some Timex, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such an
If I had it
idiot.
to do over, though, I might have got something like a Rolex or maybe a Sage Lecoultre.
He's still talking about that stupid watch.
Submariners are always nice and fun.
There's a lot of Rolexes out there, that's for sure.
Yep, there are. You don't see many JLCs, though.
You don't see many JLPs, though, guys.
That's a little more of a offbeat brand. But, or maybe I would have even gotten a ball. That would have been cheaper than the Omega. a lot more robust.
Oh, well.
Lots of things I would probably do differently. But I just wish I'd been more careful with the people that I loved.
And when he says that statement, folks, that leads me to believe that he's pushing for a, I wish I'd have been more careful with the people I love. That's not funny anymore. His arrogance turns to, it turns to me from being like, what an idiot, to anger. Okay, I wish I'd have been more careful with those I love, which equals to me that he's going to say that he was doing things with Maddie that night and he accidentally went too far. That's what I'm going to say. Do you think Stephan had something on his mom or dad? Why did they treat him with kid gloves? It's almost like Stephan is blackmailing them. Some parents are like that, the me and you mojo. Some parents are like, they don't think he has anything on them. I just think some people treat their children like babies. And I have a feeling his dad's not too, he doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? The apple never falls too far from the tree. And with that being said, hey, maybe his dad was enjoying that hard drive as much as he was. So yeah, him and Diddy would get along. Hey Diddy, can you get me some of those root barrels? Yeah, but he is truly horrible. I'm telling you guys, I'm pointing to you what he's going to say when he says, I wish I would have been a little more careful with the people I love. The final, yeah, it made me sick, but it's also going to help the prosecution and it might help the defense because I think that's what he's going to say. All right.
Well, maybe you'll get a second chance at that, but
I'm hoping that
you got a big hill to climb up, that's for sure.
Yep, I know it's very thin chances, but I hope that you and Mom will pray for me to get that second chance.
420.
For God to hear my prayers in regards to that, to deliver me from this situation and from the people that are wanting to destroy me.
Oh, we want to destroy you. You're a demon.
Do whatever it takes to be worthy of that.
Yep. We want to destroy
in a more upright and virtuous way.
We got a minute remaining.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll call back.
If you want, I can try to call you again tonight. Otherwise, I can call you back in a couple days.
Whatever you want, we're available.
Okay, well, I'll try again tonight, but if you don't hear from me, then expect me within the next few days or so. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
And don't forget to put some money into the commissary tonight so that the order will go through tomorrow.
I set an alarm.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love you very much, Dad.
Love you too. Take care.
Give my love to Mom.
This guy, don't forget about the commissary, guys. Don't forget. They do. Chris is still calling, and that's the only person that is calling. And we looked over the phone records, and we actually do have those records because we caught that. The pedo, do you remember the pedos giving him money every couple of weeks? Or $10 every couple of weeks. So yeah, they're still talking to him, but I can't remember when the last time we saw the money coming in. It's on one of my last episodes about Stephan Sterns. Now he's calling right back. He calls right back at 7:43 p.m. and this is going to be the next call. Guilty of crime. Did you see the clip I made you? I did not. Where did you send it? If you send it to my text, I'm not going to see it. If you email me, I will see it. And I'll post it. Thank you, Carrie. I will absolutely post it if you send it over to my email. Good to see you, Carrie. All right, he's calling back now. Let's get past this. Press 1 if you're an idiot. Press 2 if you want the death penalty. 3 for chomos. No, there it is. Hold on. I don't know. Stephan Sterns.
Speaking.
Hey there.
Same day, guys.
Yeah, I tried to get the call the first time and it just disconnected us. So I don't know.
When it goes to voicemail, it just auto refuses.
No, it didn't go. It didn't go to voicemail. I was trying to pick it up. So
You're welcome. Thank you.
Are you at home?
Yes. Why?
I was
Why?
just wondering if you were around, if both of you guys were there.
He said, why?
We're both here.
All right. So did you hear from my attorney yet?
2 for death row.
Yes.
Okay, so you got the news then that they filed this morning to seek the death penalty.
Yeah. Yes, they're seeking the death penalty.
How are you
Sweet.
guys holding up?
Well, we're just waiting for this to play out. So,
Yeah.
well, Debbie, your mother said that you were officially charged with murder. I didn't know about seeking the death penalty. I didn't hear that.
Well, you heard it now,
well,
buddy.
it was always a possibility. And the level they charged me at, obviously, if they seek it, there's a good chance that they can get it.
They're going to get it, we hope.
At 10 o'clock this morning, they officially filed for intent to seek death.
Well, it won't happen for a long time, according to your attorney, if at all. And from what?
It won't happen for a long time, if all. And I'll already be dead by then, says Deb. Don't worry about it. Get the death penalty. It's the thing to do. Yeah, press 2 for an idiot. Press 1 if you're going to get the death penalty. Yes, death penalty. Press 4 for all of the above. Freaking idiots, man. Now he's just, in my opinion, listen to the way he's talking to his parents. I'm going to let it play for a bit. He really is just trying to play on their emotions right now about the death penalty. And then he'll start asking for something again. And, don't forget the money, guys. He doesn't really sound like he cares about that. He knows it's going to take a long time. He knows what cards he's playing with. And he's already talked to his attorney about what cards to play in order to try to fight the death penalty. So he's just seeking sympathy from his parents. Well, I'm glad you guys are laughing. That's good. It's much better than being angry, right? Luna says, you slay me. All right, let's keep going.
We heard your judge does not like the death penalty. He thinks it's too lenient, and he would rather have you in jail for the rest of your freaking life.
Us too.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. Perfect.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but I'd rather have you on death row because you're in more seclusion and you're not really with the bulk of the population of the people.
Because you're going to get
I
your
hate
ass
to say it, but I'd rather be on death row too because I agree with him. It's a much easier way out.
Give him death row.
Yep.
I'd rather,
And like she said, there'll be appeal after appeal after appeal, and
yeah, she said it could take up to 25 years for them to finally get around to executing me if I'm found guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by that time you might welcome it, but we won't be here to see it.
Good. Good.
By that time, it's about all I've got in me to serve anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'll see what the point is.
They said you were put.
That wasn't
Back in seclusion.
They said they put you back in seclusion.
Well, I've been in seclusion this whole time.
Well,
yeah, isn't that delusional? And that's why we're having delusional phone call week. We're in the twilight zone, you guys. None of this makes sense. In one breath, Jen's guilty, and the next she's not. Maybe she is. And then they talk about death row and what his sentence is. He's fighting these cases and he's acting like he didn't do anything. But on these phone calls, he's clearly telling us what he did in his own way. In his own delusional way, he's telling us exactly what happened, and he's telling us what is going to play out in the courtroom. Doesn't matter what he says now, all these calls will be put into the courtroom. Prosecution will come out with an opening statement that shows Stephan Sterns said something about Maddie being dead. Whatever. Yeah, it's Twilight Zone Tuesday. It was Twilight Zone on Monday. It's going to be Twilight Zone probably the rest of the week, because all these calls are going around. There's all kinds of new theories and things happening, right? Nothing new's really happening, but all of these are just dropping. So he is digging his own hole, and I love it because when you take something into the correct context, it tells a really clear story of what happened. All right. Thanks for telling us, Stephan. Demon.
That you're going to stay there or something? So I don't know. A lot of misinformation.
Yeah, well, I'm still in isolation, yes. I'm still in medical, although they moved me to a different cell here in medical, but this one has a bed at least, or I should say a platform to put my mat on. But, I'll be moved again because eventually they're going to need this cell back.
They're gonna
Because
need
it's got
this
a
cell
restraint.
Any
back.
word on the books?
No. Were you able to follow up with the mailroom on Monday?
Well, we tracked the order and it was delivered to Seminole, so we know it was delivered.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get a hold of anybody.
Oh, okay. You can't call the facility here and have to be transferred to the mailroom or something?
I don't know. They have a mailroom there. I guess I can call.
The mailroom is at a central distributing place.
Yeah, but they have to have a delivery. They have to have a delivery depot there to accept the mail.
Sort everything and send it to the proper people.
All right, now we went over that a couple of weeks ago, but this is we don't know what medical for. His medical could have been anything. Recently, there was paperwork saying he was in medical, and we thought it was him overheating or heat exhaustion, and then we come to find out he just wanted a retreat of some sort. It wasn't him. It wasn't even him being sick. It was just him wanting to. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything that he was sick for. It's him being a big old fat, I don't even want to call it. It's just Stephan Sterns, nothing real. He's just, Bubba's waiting on him and he's scared. Why are they talking so? Because they want to use that in their context, Indy. Their context that they're telling is what prosecution or what defense is going to tell. They're going to use that narrative. That's why. Yeah, he's making excuses. It's going to be an interesting trial for sure. A big fat P. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'll try again tomorrow.
Okay. But,
all right.
So, I got the news earlier and told my attorney that I'd try to call you this evening, but you guys should hear it from her before you hear it from the news in case I can't get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're expecting
I need it.
a little bit of blowback from that.
Yep. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of ruckus and some people getting riled up. And
I'm cooking ravioli that I got to. Sorry, caught me in the middle of cooking here, so I'm going to walk out to the kitchen.
No worries. I guess I took the news pretty well, though.
Well, okay, that's good.
I'm just remarkably calm about everything. I had this overwhelming sense of peace and serenity, and I don't know, maybe that will change, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just weird as it sounds.
For some reason, we thought that we were right around the corner, I guess. Less than an hour from Orlando, and I said, we're 3 hours.
So I don't care. I was talking about myself.
So, our understanding and impression is...
Well, before we get into the next segment of him talking, Elizabeth, you're right. Now, let me break this down even further. There are 2 trials. So they're laying the foundation like he didn't take her life and it was accidental. And the whole torturing her with SA part is a whole separate trial. So you better bet your ass that after they get through the first trial, when they get to the second trial for that, they're going to try to keep as much of that as they can out as possible. And you ask me why, Jay, and how can they do that? Because it's 2 separate trials and they can. Now, the CSAM trial is going to happen, and whatever happens with that, they're not seeking the death penalty. But when we get to the next trial, the jurors might only hear certain parts of it. And his story is that he woke up and he went for a walk and yada yada. When he came back, her lips were blue and she was cold. They might not even bring in the CSAM stuff. They might be able to get as much as they can. They do not always mix cases. Look at the Lori Vallow case. Look at several cases. You can't get them into another trial because they're split. So that's the foundation they're laying. Those two don't even go together, in my opinion. They do for us, but they don't for the jury and for the judge. It just depends on how well the prosecution does, what the judge thinks, who the judge is. It really does suck. What's up, Chumba? Good to see you. Yeah, but they're not seeking the death penalty for the CSAM right now. And then we got the next trial after that. So we don't know what's coming in and what's not. We don't know that the DNA that shows his stuff all over her is going to come into what and why. We just know that he can say, well, that DNA was there because we cuddle with each other. And, I drool at night and she was snuggled, or I was snuggled in her chest and I drooled on her. That's what he can say. All right. So that's what's going down with that. Microwave Cheese, thank you so much for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. And with that being said, you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can, and then Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker, all of that helps. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's keep going.
That you didn't do this, so why do you feel at peace and serenity with it?
I don't know.
You're gonna go over it.
Happened, so
we're gonna go over it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to be accepted? Going to be the fall guy for this? Is that the deal?
A fall guy for this? You see?
Well, I think between that and the prospect of spending the rest of my natural life in a very miserable place before I eventually die alone with no one to care about me or give a shit that I've passed on, I don't know. I think.
Well, I think whoever's involved in this needs to have justice served on them.
No.
I mean, if you're not part of this, then let's get that cleared up. I mean, it's not for you, for the family.
I'm pretty positive that this was all an accident.
There it is, guys. Again, laying foundation. Chris is saying what Chris is supposed to say. They've been saying it all the freaking time. They've been saying it all along, all the calls, almost every time. Stephan Sterns jail calls. No doubt that Jenn Soto pushed Maddie on him in the CSAM stuff. And then in the case of death, she was part of it. She knew it was an accident. Maybe they were fighting. Stephan tried to walk in and help. He got on Maddie to calm her down and didn't mean to accidentally take her life, whatever. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not saying that I believe any of this horse shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you what they're setting us up for. He just said it. He literally just said it. Can you break a bone? Yeah, I just looked that up yesterday. It talks about if somebody's over medicated and having rough abuse done to them or anything, and you put your certain part on them, you could break a hyoid bone. That's happened in rough sex cases. Again, this is not a rough sex case because she wasn't able to consent to it. But that's what he's doing. He's setting it up. Good to see you, Gray Moon. I'm glad to see you. I'm always on Allegedly Speculating channel doing my homework. Thank you. Pushed her on. Exactly. So we just hear what he's setting up. That's what he's saying. I'm
not sure that any one person is to blame. Maybe no one's to blame, or maybe everyone's to blame.
He said there's not one. Sure, maybe there's not one person.
No grand conspiracy here to hurt her.
Were you awake when sent her into the room with you?
Yeah, they went to bed together, idiot.
And she was fine when she came into your room? What time at night was that?
Maybe 11-ish or so, I'm not sure.
Again, that's part of the script again, guys. Jenn Soto came home. Stephan Sterns was with Maddie from 8:30 to 9 when he got there. After Stephanie dropped her off, Jenn got home at 10:30, was tired from her job, looked at the presents, and sent them alone upstairs at 11. Now, it makes so much more sense why Jenn keeps sticking to that story. She doesn't even care. She doesn't want to get in trouble. She'd rather stick to that story. She came home from work and sent Stephan and Maddie to bed alone at 11 o'clock and went nighty-night and drugged herself up. She'd much rather say that than be part of this taking of Maddie's life, which she calls evil. Okay, so that's what she's sticking to. Stephan's still staying on that timeline as far as we're concerned. And he just said there's not one person to blame for this, maybe several, maybe everyone, is what he's saying. All right, so if Jenn Soto was sleeping sound with all of her pills that she took, then she couldn't have been involved in it. So it's better to push your daughter and do that than anyone to think that she was involved in the evil stuff. Thank you, Breezak, so much for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is it's maddening, but I mean, it's telling you what's going to happen. And you notice we're not getting any more phone calls. These are the last of the calls after today that we're going to get. And I'm sure a whole slew will come out. Chris is calling him, so there's got to be more. Thank you so much, Jonna Burnham, for the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. All right, this is he's feeding BS to his dad, June 7th, 2024, 7:43 p.m. And there was one more call tonight.
Okay, so she was fine. So what happens between 11 and whenever you found her?
Well, that's the $1 million question, isn't it?
That's $1 million question. What happened?
I mean, when you say you were out of the room for what length of time were you out of the room?
I don't know.
15 minutes?
No. I mean, I left the room a couple times. The first time I left to go to the bathroom, and second time I was out of the room for maybe a couple hours or so, maybe more. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, that was plenty of time for the one-armed man to do it.
The one-armed man to do it? What?
Not getting into too much detail. She was acting kind of weird.
Does anyone know what that means? Plenty of time, enough time for the one-armed man to do it? What does that mean by that? And then he's now talking about Maddie acting weird all that night. Maddie couldn't have acted weird all that night because she got home at 8:30. They dropped her off. Stephan was only with her for about an hour and a half. When he says weird, did she say, Stephan, I don't want your pinky winky on me anymore. I'm done with you. I have a crush at school. It's my birthday. I'm in a bad mood. Like all the friends said, she was in a very bad mood at her birthday. Supposedly, she was just about to start her period. She was grumpy and she didn't want that turtleneck mother trucker on her. And he did it anyway. He did it anyway because his DNA is all over her. So what do you think that? Now he's bringing it to this? Oh, she was acting weird that night. It was her fault. Yeah, and yeah, Chris is what used to be a cop. Jay, it's from a movie. Okay, from The Fugitive. Thank you. I'm like, what does that even mean? Joyous. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the $20 super chat. I really, really think Jenn knew about the essay, but perhaps not involved with the red rum. And thank you. I appreciate that. That's where it sounds like he's going. Stephan Sterns sounds like he's going with that, and then, but not that. He's saying that she was sleeping. He said it multiple times. So that's a strong assumption, Joyous, and it's a huge possibility, especially since she's not arrested yet. Thank you, and thank you.
Before she went to sleep, so I don't know what was going on there.
Thank you.
But,
acting weird, like having difficulty?
Yeah, what does that mean, bro? Come on.
Just strange behavior, acting loopy. Yeah.
Acting loopy?
So I'm not sure.
Could you have been drugged?
I honestly can't get into too many details just because I don't want to hurt my case, but I have some suspicions in that regard.
Of course she was.
Whether it was given to her by anyone or whether she helped herself, there are reasons to believe she may have done that as well.
What?
But
Wait, what did he just say about that? Because there was a text message to Jen where it says that he gave her a second dose and didn't mean to. So we know that, but I'm not sure. Did he just say that she might have done that to herself, or did he say she might have over medicated herself? I'm gonna go back just for like 30 seconds.
Just because I don't want to hurt my case, but I have some suspicions in that regard. Whether it was given to her by anyone or whether she helped herself, there are reasons to believe she may have done that as well.
Okay.
But
I can't.
yeah, okay.
Obviously, can't get into too much detail because
No, I know.
Case, and my attorney will tear my throat out with her bare teeth if I flap my lips too much.
Okay.
Well, you need to be flapping them to her.
I'm giving notes to her. One of the social workers whose specialty is dealing with people who are looking at the death penalty. She'll be here Monday, so I'll pass some more notes through her to my attorney, Alicia, and I guess some more lawyers are going to be hopping on board at this point. There's going to be a whole...
Yeah, and just so you guys know, he does have a whole bunch of lawyers. There was a couple times that happened, Diamond Girl. I'm sure there's more than a couple, but you're probably thinking about the time with the poison control. There, I believe it was that night as well that the text messages between, but once they realize a couple of extra doses aren't going to make her stop breathing, they were fine. Trying to get it. I think he was saying helped herself to her medicine is what I think he's saying. I don't think he's implicating that. I did think he was implicating maybe took her own life in one of the other calls, but yeah, I already don't like the lawyers. Alicia Smith is the public defender. She is doing her job. I can't shoot her down, but yeah, that's what he's saying. The Clark, I was trying to make sure that that's what he was saying. That's exactly what he was saying. From Kentucky, Dee Dee, thank you so much. Hello. I want to go to Kentucky and I want to go to Tennessee. So welcome here. I'm in California. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say there. Gonna be some corpse. Exactly. Ding, 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 ding. That's what he's trying to say. Absolutely. Instead of red rum, he's trying to set that up. I've been thinking that he didn't, when he says I didn't go downstairs and wake Jen up and call 911. Instead, I did it my way because I was out of it. All that is abuse of a corpse if you can prove that. Yes, I love Kentucky and Tennessee. I love the music scene in Tennessee and Kentucky and all that. So anyway, yeah, it's maddening that he says that, but it's what he's saying. It's what he's saying. All right, let's keep going. Don't forget the money.
Whole team working on this. But
Four more attorneys.
it's going to be an all hands on deck kind of thing.
All hands on deck kind of thing.
I had a long conversation with him today, so I just there's some things that cannot be passed off as you didn't do it. As you know, there's too much evidence to it. But
I love that.
I told them, I said, you killed my son, and I don't hate you, and I do not believe in my heart. I do not believe that you killed that child. You loved her too much, and she loved you, and I just don't think it happened that way. So if it was an accident,
had a lot of wonderful plans for the week, and we were all looking forward to it, and we were all very happy to be reunited. It had been months since we'd all seen each other, and there's no reason that I would have given all of that up for literally no reason to hurt her and trade it all in for this.
No, there isn't. But there's jealousy on the...
And that's where he's going. And then now his mom's going back to Jen being jealous of Maddie and Jen doing it. He's setting it up as it was accidental and then abuse of a corpse instead of calling 911, which is a much more lighter sentence than it would be if he's just this evil monster that we all know him to be. Now, she was not taking meds for about a month, but they never told us which meds. Remember, she was all medded up. she took meds for ADHD and whatever else they gave her sleeping pills. So we don't know. They said that she was off her meds for a month and she was doing great in school, student of the month, but nobody really tells us which ones. So I can't tell you which ones. I know that she took her sleeping pills that night because they were talking about it that night. Typically, if you're taking sleeping pills, you're not going to be just off of them for a month and be able to sleep without them. So maybe they meant her other pills during the day. I don't know. I have to speculate. HIPAA doesn't allow us to see those things.
The other side too. I mean, if she told you, I hope you don't leave me for my daughter. That,
you hear that?
Tells me that she was thinking about that for a while.
She's bringing up the Woody.
Half jokingly, but
half jokingly. These people are disgusting.
Again, I don't want to go into too much detail, but there's a lot of shit going on, But,
yes, I do. I have nightmares imagining what you're living right now.
I'm okay.
And
it sucks. It's just a terrible place, and I've heard other inmates in the cells next to me talking about it. Those that have been in and out of correctional institutions their whole lives, and they say of all the county jails they've been to, this one is by far the worst.
Well, actually, Rebecca said that today too. She said they are much more paranoid and they're stricter than they would have been in Orange County.
Yeah, they are.
Who cares, man? Either way, he needs to go away for life. And when I show you the DNA notes that I have, it couldn't have been from dressing her and carrying her. There's some sick things that are speculated to have gone on. So I still have to get to that. I have it and I have my notes, but I just got to get through these first. What's up, baby D? How you doing? All right.
They don't regard your rights as being as too important here either. They don't treat you like a human being.
You're not.
They're very antagonistic here as well.
You're a devil.
And mental health can hold you in these cells in isolation against your will for as long as they want to under the guise of self-harm protocols. Even if you qualify for bail or bond, they can just keep holding you here and not let you walk free until they're quote unquote decide you're not a danger to yourself, and they can decide that for whatever reason they dream up.
Yeah.
It's all very, very really murky.
Sucks.
Yeah, the whole thing is murky right now.
Yeah, a lot of people lose their minds in this place.
Well, I can see that happening.
Yep. And, I can hear and see people that go into these
No, Stephan Sterns says upstairs. Yeah, as far as I know, she was upstairs is what he said. He said that he went downstairs and then when he came back up or he went for a walk. So we don't know. We don't know where it is. Where Jenn said she sent them in I don't know. I think the crime scene was room 4, but I don't know. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that the downstairs was the crime scene rather than room 4. He keeps pushing the scenario of going back upstairs. So, yeah, they're all murky. 25 years of Stinky Sterns phone calls. Jay, you're stuck with us. Oh, no. Thank you so much, Rosie, for the $2.99 super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Exactly. We did when he carried. Remember, he carried her out. That doesn't mean Jenn knew. He carried her out and dropped it. We don't know.
isolation cells I come in, they start losing it completely and breaking down after 2 or 3 days.
Well, you're stronger than that.
Yep, I've been in here for over 3 months now in isolation, and I've never once lost it like that. So.
But you know what? Truth be told, you've never been one that needed to have people around you. No. You didn't need it. It's nice to have them, but you don't need it.
It's just.
Yeah.
I just keep telling myself that there are people that have survived worse than this, and this is not going to kill me, and this is not going to break me.
Oh, good, because did Maddie.
Don't let it.
No, I won't. I'm determined not to.
Know that we're here.
And I keep telling myself.
I understand that if we can get this car sold, where we can get some money for your account there, I understand that you can actually maybe pay $5 to see a movie or something on those tablets.
No, I don't know about that.
It's like a penny.
That I agree.
I don't know if it's a penny a word or what it is with the text messages, but you have to keep them brief.
Okay.
Hey, while I'm thinking of it, can you, that smart connections or communications, can you send your passwords for some of your accounts, especially Spotify, because I keep getting billed for monthly for Spotify?
There's the 1 minute number. Yeah, I can try to pass those along to you.
Right.
Or give it to your attorney and have her do it.
If nothing else, I'll do it to the social worker on Monday. But I keep telling myself every day, repeating this mantra, patience and faith, patience and faith. I just have to have patience and faith.
Yes, you do.
And I keep praying to God for deliverance, and I just have this overwhelming sense of serenity, and I hope that's His way of telling me it's all going to be okay. Even if not,
regardless.
There he goes at the end of the phone call, making mommy and daddy feel bad for him again before he asks for money, and he still calls back one more time. That makes me sick. I have this on my chest. I have the Om on my chest. Can you guys see that? It's the Om. I know a lot of you guys know what the Om is, and it means peace and serenity. That's what it means to me, is peace and serenity. And I have little Oms tattooed all over me. And when Stephan Sterns just said peace and serenity for himself, it made me sick that I even have these on me that mean peace and serenity. And that monster can use that same term to talk about himself, and that God's going to give him peace and serenity. The things that he did to Maddie are unforgivable. I'm not going to get into preaching about spirituality or God, because as far as, God forgives our sins, I'm not going to doubt that. But this demon is just a demon here on earth, and it's just a front for him to get a little bit of can I have $50 more and feel bad for me? Yeah, you guys gotta love that, right? And you can see the background through it because it's like bright green or something like that. But that makes me sick. It really does. Yeah, Om is a universal sound, but it means peace and serenity. A lot of faiths have that, and to me, it means peace and serenity. He could never have peace and serenity that we have, that I have, that you have, but it still makes me sick to think that. Thank you, Gemini. I appreciate that. All of you guys. All right, we're about to go to the next call. Let's listen to this and see what he asks for.
It is, Stephan, it's his way of letting you know that regardless of what happens on earth, you've asked for forgiveness, he's forgiven you, and you're not going to be penalized further.
I'll try to call you back in 15 minutes, but if you don't hear from me, I'll call back in the next couple of days.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh, don't worry. He's going to call right back because he didn't ask for $50 more just yet. He's so disgusting. It makes me sick. Ugh. All right, let's get into that last one. I think that's the last one. So we called at 7:43. We still got 3:40, 7:43, 8:20. I don't think we're going to get all of them in today. Hold on. Let me get past this. All right, here it is. It's coming up. My goodness, this guy is something else. And his parents, they enable him so much that the things that they tell him, just don't worry about it, son. You'll be forgiven. It's all good. It's all good, baby boy, Mickey Mouse. All right, play. 8:20 that night. He's been calling them all day on June 7th.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking.
Thanks.
Hello again.
It does. It does.
I'm not sure if it's his phone number or the system, but I'm picking it up on the second ring and it disconnects.
Interesting. Yeah, it's probably the system. Yeah. They're janky.
Janky, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got, as of the beginning of this call, I've got like $13 left in the debit account for calls and like $2 left in my commissary.
I told you he was going to call back tonight. He forgot to ask mommy and daddy for money at the end of the call. And he was trying to say that maybe Maddie gave herself things, and that is going to be in the toxicology report, how high the levels are. And I knew if I said janky, Foxy Amazon would come out of the woodworks. Yeah, here goes about the money. You can't forget about the money on a phone call, or you got to call back.
So,
Okay.
what was I saying before? Yes, patience and faith.
He was saying patience and faith, guys.
Yeah.
Keep repeating that mantra to myself every day. Patience and faith. Patience and faith. No matter what, patience and faith. God will see me through. And,
Did you get glasses?
no. I'm still not 100% convinced that I actually need them. The times that I was squinting down at the paper, I had just woken up from a nap where I had not slept that night. So it was probably just my eyes had not gotten going or were just strained and bleary. Because, I mean, I'm reading books now, and, you know, the distance I'm reading them at, I can see the text fine.
I'm reading books now, guys. Aren't you proud of me? I'm reading. Now I can read. Yeah, that does bother me, bringing God into this. Now, I'm not trying to bring God into this. That's why I said I have my own spirituality, but listening to him, he's a demon, and him bringing God into this, and mom trying to tell him about different kinds of scriptures and Exodus and this and that. It's like, lady, you guys are all freaking delusional. All delusional. There should be no, that's not going to help you, buddy. You should have thought about that before.
So I'm going to hold off on the glasses for the time being.
All right.
Romans is all about God's forgiveness for you, so read Romans.
Yeah. Right now I'm reading through Exodus, which is all about God's deliverance from hardship and having faith in him.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm putting a lot of my hopes on the deliverance aspect. I've asked for forgiveness, but I'm hoping for deliverance.
Well, I will tell you as a Christian that the Old Testament
There she
is
goes.
pre-Jesus, and Jesus is the only way you're going to get to God, and you only get to God through talking with Jesus. So I would get rid of Exodus and start at the beginning of the New Testament.
I pray to Jesus as well. You know, I pray to God, and I end it, you know, with these things I pray in the name of our Lord and Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I've prayed to Jesus for forgiveness as well, and asked him not to strike my name from the book of life.
Oh, yeah? Is that what you're asking for, buddy?
Okay.
It's just, I talk to God a lot, and, you know, things have been bad. You know, I've been suffering a lot here. But I think it is a test of faith. I just have to endure this and survive it. And, you know, things have taken a very grim turn, obviously, but, you know, also things do get darkest just before the dawn, and I sincerely hope that I will have a dawn.
Hey, my friend.
Well, it can't get worse, can it?
Well, I don't know about that.
How about an eye
I'm
for
sure
an
things
eye,
could always
buddy?
get worse.
I don't know what's left.
Different population.
Well,
I'm sorry.
They all feel so bad for themselves, don't they? Appreciate you, Gray Moon. I love your little rainbow sticker. Thank you so much for the 99-cent super sticker. And I love your little Jason mask with the hearts on them. You know I'm a horror fan, right? Yeah, he's definitely using that, I believe, to manipulate his parents for more money and to kind of stay on that page, because this is the third call of the night and he's still getting into that. Yeah, deliverance movie experience. This guy is just, I mean, they're all delusional, but I can't stand when prisoners try to use that. People that get incarcerated always find God. And then when they get out, they forget about him and they end right back up in for doing the same old thing. Not all of them, guys. So if you guys have been incarcerated, I'm not talking about you. Right now, I'm mad about Stephan Sterns and this little girl, Maddie, that her life was taken way too young. And had it not been, she went through so much trauma from Demon Sterns and her mom that didn't protect her.
I'm talking about Charlie said.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, I guess murder one is about as bad as it can get, and the death penalty is about as extreme as it can go.
Yeah.
I don't even know what method they use down here.
Now he's going to talk about that again.
The what?
Lethal injection, I think.
Yeah.
Lethal
Oh,
injection.
I guess that's not so bad, right? You go to sleep and then you go to heaven.
That sounds so bad. Go to sleep and go to heaven.
Oh.
You're not going to heaven, pal.
I wonder if they still do
I
last
think they
meals
give you
as
a
a special
tranquilizer.
request.
Thank you.
You get what?
Del Taco?
I was thinking more like an entire Little Caesars pizza, some Mexican candy,
We see you, Sadie's mama. We see you, chats
2 liter
flying.
cherry Coke.
I don't think you get a Little Caesars. You may get a frozen pizza, though.
No,
No, they get you what you want.
I don't know.
within reason, you know.
It's not like
I thought you were going to tell them they asked their mom to make her death by chocolate cake for you.
Well, you know, just one of those is enough to fill your chocolate quota for the year.
Yeah.
Well,
No, they're not.
But,
In lieu of a chocolate cake, we'll have to it has to arrange to go to Ho-Ho's or something.
yeah, ho-hos, that's not bad. Or some zebra cakes.
Yeah.
I asked your attorney today if we sent the hard candies that you like, the Mexican candy and the coffee flavored candies straight from Amazon, if that would be allowed. And she said sometimes they allow things, seasonal stuff to be sent through, but she'll check on it.
Okay, well, that'd be worth checking into.
So reminder of that, because it's not coming from us, it's coming straight from the distributor.
Yeah, I'm sure the hard candies would be fine.
I mean, you know, karma's a good thing if you're a good person, but karma's a bitch if you do bad things. I don't know what happens after you die. I don't know. Some people say it'd be better for him to spend his whole life in prison without the death penalty. He's probably never going to get the death penalty, even if he gets the death penalty. I think he's just going to be bored to death and hopefully forgotten about. Hopefully everybody just forgets about him and he's in there by himself. His parents pass away. His appeals come one after another. And then he'll probably die from rectal cancer or something like that. Like what happened to one of the serial killers recently, or what happened to Richard Ramirez. You know, just something really bad happened to him. Some painful death that won't be death row. And we see you, Sadie's mama. Chat's flying. I don't if you're not talking about the case, then I can't really talk. It's hard for me to see it, but we love you. We see you. My girl M, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. All right. I wish that it wasn't even an option. I wish they just went Ted Bundy on his ass and just pulled that lever and just shocked him. Give him the electric chair because that's what he deserves.
Probably not the lollipops because of the sticks, but certainly, you know, hard candies like the Popolindo hard candies or the Revolsaditas, those are probably, if they would allow things like that, those would be the most likely because, you know, obviously I get hard candies through commissary anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're tired of root beer hard candy.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd like to try the Jolly Ranchers or the sour fruit balls, but those always seem to be unauthorized item, which I think means sold out or out of stock. So, on this last order, though, I got some more spicy peanuts. I got some more coffees. I think I've got like 28 coffees left now. So I'm good on that for at least another week or two. And I ordered...
How do you heat it?
What's that?
I think we get to.
That this whole call he's asking for stuff. First he played that about how he's gonna die card, and then now he switches the subject to the things he wants so he can end this call with how much he needs, and they're running out of stuff, and he's already a slug Indiisham, so that's too late for that. He literally is a useless piece of garbage on this planet. Slugs have a bigger purpose than Stephan Sterns ever has or will have. He literally didn't contribute anything to society, and he took away so many things from so many people. So I don't even think a slug would be good enough for him. Yeah, I can't believe his mom mentioned death by cake. They have the worst sense of humor. It's disgusting, actually. None of them. That's why I brought up the karma. If karma can be good, I'm not afraid of karma. You put good stuff out, you get it back. But he should be, and they should be afraid, because those people are awful people. Yes, you, Deb, and you, Chris, you guys are awful, horrible people, just as bad as your son.
How do you heat it?
Well, the sinks have a hot and a cold tap, so if you let the water run for a little while in the hot tap, it'll actually get warm, and then, I mean, not hot, not steamy hot, but sufficiently hot to have some warm coffee.
Oh.
So I just dump it in there, and then I let the water flow into it. And I've got, I usually save over some extra paper spoons or whatever from meals that I didn't need them for, and use that to stir it.
Hey, friend.
I ordered, on my last commissary run, I ordered a couple of seafood items. I ordered a pack of mackerel, and I ordered the sardines and the hot tomato sauce, but they didn't arrive. I guess it was out of stock.
Okay.
He's so
I figured,
disgusting.
you know, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll like them. Anyway, the mackerel arrived, though, and it's a fillet of mackerel in soybean oil.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So it looks like it might actually be decent. Got good protein, though.
Yeah.
So I'll get that, and who knows, maybe the sardines, those will probably be fillets as well, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It probably won't be the whole fish, not like anchovies are sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
They got red lobster in there, buddy.
Anyway, I'll keep trying to get those because I want to try them out, you know, put them on a saltine cracker or something.
He makes me sick.
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right.
Yeah, this is it, Juan.
You get hot chocolate there?
No, I do not get hot chocolate, I don't think. I've looked at the drink mixes and I haven't seen any hot chocolate.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, I got some fruit punch beverage mix, and that's pretty good. For about $4.60, I get 8 pouches, and each of those pouches is good for 2 servings in these little 6-ounce cups. So it's, in reality, it's like 16 servings.
Okay.
So it's actually a decent deal. So that's basically what I've been doing, just getting coffee, hard candy, then saltine crackers, and then every once in a while I'll splurge and get some spicy peanuts, or like I did this time, you know.
He just makes me sick talking about food. Like, I can't even be hungry when I hear him talking about that food. Like, I just wish, yeah, he wants to be treated like a king, but he's just a devil. I cannot wait. And people are asking what the next court dates are. I don't have that off the top of my head, but there are more court dates coming up for the death penalty trial. I cannot wait. I do believe that he will show up for them now. I think he's kind of enjoying being involved in it and seeing what's happening. He's reading the documents. He wants to be involved. He wants to be in it. He, at first he was hiding out. He was acclimating. He was withdrawing from his medications, and now that he feels a little bit better, speaking of candy, go for some Skittles. Have you tried the candy that is freeze dried? Don't get mad at me, guys, but freeze dried candy is pretty damn good. Reese loves her candy, and so her and I try all these different freeze dried kinds of candy, like Bitso honey and Skittles, all freeze dried. They're so freaking good. I'm glad Stephan Sterns can't get them. All right, Stephan, not Sterns' bio son. Stephan's not Sterns. Interesting. They're going to support him for the rest of their lives. That's what they're setting it up for. He's jockeying for some more clothes, and he's going to play this up. Oh, absolutely. This call is happening same day, June 7th, 2024. 8:20 p.m. is the third call of the day. Third and final, I believe.
Got the seafood stuff, and I even got a couple of curry cheese danishes.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I'll splurge on special treats.
What brand of Danish is it?
Clover Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bear claw
They
cherry.
must get it. Yeah, that's a school food service company.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like these sort of off-brand, like the spicy peanuts are from Moon Lodge. The hard candies are from like corner store candy.
All right, so if y'all aren't watching the screen, pre-trial for the CSAM, April 23rd. It says it's a trial. Trial's not going to happen, but thank you. And then May 5th through the 21st is the Red Rum pre-trial, September 10th through the 22nd. So we got stuff coming up in April and May, and then September. The full-blown trials won't happen yet. They're just not there, but we will be seeing more hearings and more pre-trial and motions. So thank you so much, Microwave Cheese, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. If you guys are chatting and hitting the like button and all that, then please keep doing that. You'll win a membership. And I don't know, they're still trying not to get them televised. Remember that last hearing that we heard last week in court said that they don't want it. They filed that motion to not have any of the pretrial hearings televised, and the judge said, I'll let you know in 10 days. So now it's been, we're getting up there. It was last week. So we've got a few more days. We'll figure that out then. Thank you, Em. I do appreciate that. So it's coming up. We'll find out. Probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be televised, y'all.
Things like that. It's all distributed through the Keith Commissary Company out of Missouri, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's actually, some of these things are actually pretty good. The Moon Lodge snacks are very good. They have this buffalo blue cheese ruffle chips. I tried those on one of my last big splurges, and those were actually surprisingly good. And their sour cream and onion chips are actually very good. Some of the best sour cream and onions I've had.
Okay.
Wow, that's so nice. Wow.
That's interesting.
No salt and vinegar, huh?
You're such a good
No,
boy.
unfortunately not. No salt and vinegar, no all dressed. No Zapp's voodoo chips, nothing like that.
Yeah.
If you never tried the Zapp's voodoo chips, by the way, you should get them at the store. They're really good. They're like crunchy cheddar cooked
We've
chips.
had them.
Oh, yeah, the flavor, they remind me of all dressed. Which got a little bit of all.
Our taste buds are kind of changing. A lot of stuff just doesn't taste good to us.
Yeah, my taste buds have changed too, honestly. When I first got here for the first week, I wasn't able to eat the food, and it's funny how eventually your body forgets what good food is supposed to taste like.
No, eventually self-preservation kicks in and you just eat what you get.
Yep, you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything, and then I'm able to eat, a lot of the stuff now, including the vegetables that are just bare vegetables without anything on them. Bare broccoli, bare cauliflower, bare carrots,
He's got them gel buds.
You have to understand that with your blood pressure problem, they're not giving you any salt on that stuff.
Oh, no, I'm getting the normal trays. They took me off those diet trays.
What?
Okay.
But they don't put salt or butter on stuff anyway because, that would be too good. They don't want to make the food taste good. They don't want people to want to be here.
No, we wanted you to choke and die, Stephan.
If the food is actually decent and, there's not much incentive for people not to come here when they're homeless or desperate. Not that it matters because homeless people are getting thrown in jail anyway. If the Florida legislature passed a bill that made it illegal to camp in public places or sleep in public places. So these places have become mental hospitals and homeless shelters.
Well, Trump was right when he called DeSantis sanctimonious.
Yeah, that guy's
The man thinks he's a little god now.
he definitely is a goose-stepping little
Thank you. I appreciate
dictator who tiptoes around in high heel shoes and is sinking the ship that is Florida.
sinking the ship that is Florida. I'm pretty sure you knew that you were going to get the death penalty in Florida when you committed those heinous crimes against Madeline Soto. You remember the little girl that you took her life and abused her for the last 6 or 7 years? You know that one? And now you're trying to talk about politics. And no, you did that, sir. You did that. And again, I hope he chokes and dies on his food in the most painful way possible. I can't stand him. Hopefully they stop talking about food soon. This part's almost over. And then we have one more call and we're all done. But then we got more this week, more Sterns, because I got to do documentation. I got lots of shows for you all. It's only Tuesday. So hit that like button and share this with your community if you like how I present true crime.
The only thing he did good was support us during COVID.
Well,
Shut up.
And that was just to give the middle finger to Washington, basically.
You guys are all
Well,
idiots.
everything else he's doing is seriously undermining civil, constitutional, and human rights.
What about your human rights?
Yes, it is.
What about Maddie's
So
human rights?
I've not been happy with what the party's been doing down here for a long time.
So,
But it's unpleasant talk that I don't want to talk about. The sad ass.
hey, do you guys get to vote in there?
You get to vote in there. Oh
You
my
can
God.
petition to have your rights restored to vote, but I'm not sure exactly how that works. I read something about it in the inmate handbook. But I'm not sure, depending on what.
So this is essentially the last call, and I think we played the other one. I'll play the beginning, and if we did, then we'll be done. And Clark, we don't want to get into they're talking about. You know who our current president is right now. That's who they're talking about. That doesn't even come up in chat anymore. The words will get timed out. So anything that says politics. You know who our current president is, Clark. That's who we're talking about. I just don't want you to get booted from chat because we put certain words in there that can't come up. So yeah, Deb's a nut job. Politics aren't allowed, and I don't even want to get started on that because I put words in there that we can't say anymore. That way nobody gets kicked out or gets into an argument. They're absolutely talking about our current president, Trump. They're idiots anyway. It doesn't matter what they think. Thank you, Mara. I appreciate you. It matters what you think. What's up, missing piece, Jax? I haven't seen you in a bit. Yeah, they're idiots. So who cares? Who cares what they're talking about?
It might depend on your charges or your levels. I'm not sure.
Food.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's for dinner, guys?
1 minute remaining.
Oh, we had some ravioli.
With Parmesan.
Okay, that sounds nice. Can't believe it's 1 minute left already. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. I should have more freedoms than that.
No, it's okay.
I can't believe it's a minute left and I haven't been able to ask you for the $25 for the phone. And then I need another $50 because if you don't get it on by 8 a.m., guys, and then I don't get my commissary for the week. Yes, diminished capacity. You're lucky to be in Canada and not have to deal with all that. Clark, I love you too. Yeah, there were too many people in chat going at each other. So I said, I can't do this. So I just blanked out a bunch of stuff. What's up? Good to see you, Rouge. Kiki, thank you for becoming a member. My girl, appreciate you. Watch, she's going to ask for money right now.
I might not be able to call you back in another 15 minutes. I'll try.
Oh, no,
if you don't hear from me
He
next
does.
couple of days, I'm much closer to the officers now, so they can get around to me. I'm not on the other side of the pod anymore, where it takes them longer to get to me and ask for the phone back.
Yes, give me more
Okay.
money.
All right, but I'll try again in 15 minutes.
All right.
A couple days, okay?
Okay.
Okay, love you.
All right,
Bye.
you both. Bye.
Right, he actually, in fact, does have one more call. I don't know if we listened to this here or not. I'm gonna go ahead and go on there and check. We might not have. I did it in a weird order the first day I started. So the last call of the night is June 7th, 2024 at 8:52 p.m. He calls back.
You would be surprised to see your father. He is down over 60 pounds. I am down 47 pounds.
Good for you guys.
Wow,
Did you get a
congratulations.
gastric bypass? Idiots.
Yep,
Hey, Millie.
I've lost a lot of weight too, and I'm starting to exercise a little.
I hate those people, but I love you guys. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. This is the last phone call of the night. I'll go ahead and document that. We'll keep going. Sounds like some people just rolled in, so I don't want you guys to miss anything. Let's keep going. He's already been in there for another. Yeah. This is back in June, so that's how that goes.
A little bit in my cell during the day, so I've been doing a lot of push-ups and crunches and squats and whatnot.
Welcome.
Well, that's why I sent you that Kata book with the exercises, because it uses isometrics,
So stupid.
you know, and they were saying, well, maybe they'll think it's a fighting book. And I said, it's not a fighting book. It's an exercise book, and it makes you sound in mind and body. And if anybody needs that, it's someone in jail.
Well,
Sound in mind and body.
if they think it's questionable for any reason, they'll reject it and then ban it.
Okay?
Right?
Did you get my list of books, by the way, from the social workers?
I think did we?
No.
Sorry, Sharon. Take a break if you need
I
to.
get them there.
No.
Fax that to you, or
They're
I don't
all
know.
idiots.
Anyway, I've got another.
How many books can we send you at a time?
I have no idea. I don't think there's any limit to the mail that you can receive, as long as it doesn't pose like a security or like logistical concern.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys? One thing that Rebecca told me today when we were talking about the Kata book, she says, "You'd be surprised at the raunchy romance novels some of these guys get."
Oh yeah.
What?
Mental Health gave me a novel that turned out to be it was a thriller, but it was a romance novel.
Oh my God. I hope one of his people down wherever he is, I hope one of his jail buddies gets a romance novel and takes it out on Stephan Sterns without any lube, you guys. No lube, just dry. Bend over, Stephan. Bend over. It's your turn. He just finished that romance novel. Get over here. Trigger warning, by the way. Sorry I didn't say that before, but bend over, baby. Dry, dry, dry. He's coming for you, Sterns.
When I was reading that, I was like, this is like pure word smut.
No, by the
Yeah, well, that's a housewife porn.
Yeah, no kidding. It's I call it literature designed to stimulate ovulation.
What? That is not funny.
Yeah.
He said, what? Literature designed to stimulate ovulation? What is this guy talking about? We are in the Twilight Zone. He's definitely doing push-ups and working out. They've been harassing him. He wants to stay in PC. This guy is, I'm going to be gross because this guy is ridiculous, man. That's not funny. I wish they would put Wade Wilson in his cell. He would be pounding him, raw dogging him, and all the other nasty stuff that he talks about. Ew, so gross. Hashtag Gen Pop for this guy. Bend him right over dry. Ugh.
Yep.
That's yeah. That's, I mean, they're like, yeah, you can't have anything with nudity or depictions of,
you can't have kids,
nude people or anything like that. But that stuff is like, clearly allowed. I'm like,
They paint a picture.
yeah, a very graphic one, I might add.
right?
Yeah. Probably not what they should be giving inmates in prison.
Well, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of the novels on the book card are romance novels, which leads me to believe that most of the readers are female anyway, so they probably have a great time with that.
Maybe.
But,
And that's why you're here. Hit the like.
well, Anyway, I'm just hoping to get some Michael Crichton novels and some classic literature, you know.
Some classic
Some Tolkien.
literature.
And I put in a request on my page for some manga comics, you know, like the Japanese comic book / graphic novels that, that a lot of the anime shows are based on. I talked to Mental Health, and they said stuff like that should be okay as long as it's, you know, bound with glue and not staples like a regular comic book. I said, yeah, these are bound with glue. They're more like graphic novels.
Okay.
But they come in series, you know, and they're the basis for a lot of what the animated shows are based on. So if I can't consume the animated shows here, I can at least see what happens with the stories.
Yeah, this is his mom.
Okay, that works.
And at least the ones that I've requested should be okay. I don't think they've got anything bad. I don't think they've got like any outrageous nudity or anything in them. Sometimes, you know, manga comics do because sometimes anime does because the Japanese have a different attitude towards it. But the ones that I've requested I think should be safe enough.
Are those available through Amazon?
Yes, they are.
No. Just ask them to send us a list. Put it on the list.
You know, I gotta say something about that. Many times you do have to have a superficial calls and relationships with inmates, but they've talked about everything that you can just about in this case. How, when, what, why, pretty much. We just missed the $1 million question of what exactly went on, but they're not, I mean, this superficial, and it's weird them talking about romance novels and going on and on and on, and he's given these things to his mom about what he calls romance, and hey, maybe I can get you some romance novels. Well, let me look at page 6 of that book and see what I can get you. I don't think they allow kids in those books though, son. You got to be 18 and over, but let me see what I can do for you, Stephan. Yeah, what in the devil? They're all disgusting, man. That's how she sounds. Are the pages stuck together, right? What is wrong with these? That's how she does. Stephan, I'm gonna look for you, son, okay? Just 1 second. Let me see that commissary guide. Hold on. I'm gonna put my glasses on real quick.
Gotta get the first order confirmed.
Yeah, we gotta establish that we can actually get this going, and then I'll tell you which titles to go for. But I do have one of the ones that I want. It's Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yes.
And
I won't remember that.
It's okay. It's a complete series, and I actually have it comes in like larger consolidated volumes. And I actually have volume 1 in the drawers, in the plastic drawers beneath my desk if you wanted to look at that for reference and see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I think there's like 5 or 6 of those volumes.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, they won't let me send them to you, so.
Oh, me, oh, my.
No.
That'll never happen.
But if you wanted to reference it and see what I'm talking about, and then look for it on Amazon, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
for reference.
Yeah, just reference.
Okay.
And anyway, we'll figure it out. We got to get
We will
established first.
We got a long time to figure it out too.
Yeah, well, no kidding. Apparently, from what I've heard, but we're gonna see what happens. But I really hope this feeling of peace and serenity is.
No.
I hope it's some sort of sign.
No peace and serenity for you.
I really do.
That, you know, as many near-death experiences I've had, and as many times as God has delivered me from the jaws of death, I can't believe that He would do all of that just for me to end here.
Oh, it's not going to end there, son.
Well, I can't believe that He put those thoughts and desires in you either. But something happened.
Say it.
I can't confirm or deny anything. Obviously, I don't want to do any damage to here, but
I love that she just said that. I can't believe He put those thoughts and desires into you, because that's what God and Jesus does, right? They put thoughts and desires in us about little children. No, Mama Deb, slap you in the face. Your son did that, and his father probably introduced him to PORN from early on. What's wrong with her? I can't believe God would put those thoughts and desires in. Did he ever get his purple dragon? I don't know what his purple dragon is, but he probably found one up his butt somewhere. There's your purple dragon, son.
It's a lot more messy and complicated than everyone would like it to be.
Oh, I'm sure it is, buddy.
Well, I kind of figured that.
It would be a lot more simple and a lot more easy if it really was just a horrible monster, but
Oh, you are.
it's not like that.
Good
No,
night,
it's
Gemini. We're almost done here.
And that's what Rebecca said today. She said, I don't tend to think of them as bad people. I tend to think of them as people that have done something wrong, but they have a lot of good still in them. And I say, well, that's exactly what he is. He's got a lot of good in him. A lot.
And I've done a lot of good. I've done much, much more good than I have bad.
No.
But it's funny how, people only ever focus on the bad and all the good counts for nothing.
Well, that's what they always said. It's like being late to work. When you're late once, they don't forget it. When you're on time 360 days a year, they don't think about it.
But when you go 365 days a year times 7 years and you multiply that how many days, most of your life was spent on focusing on that little girl and how you were going to grape her every night. And then all the other 35,000 children or 35,000 pics with children that weren't Maddie. Imagine how many children. Yes, RL Froz, you took that right out of my head. How can you even say that? Mom is blind. Dad's an idiot. Stephan's delusional. I mean, what is wrong with these people? Yeah, like mother, like son. These parents are out of their ever-loving mind. What potato does mom look? Yeah, this is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. I wish I could do better than that, but that's what I have right now. Bunch of idiots. I don't even know what to say about this. I hate them.
Yeah. Well,
or when you're bad, they don't forget. And when you're good, they don't remember.
Shut up.
Yep. If we had to put all my good deeds and weigh them against my bad deeds on a scale, the good would far outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
Well, since God considers sins a lot different than you do, you just never know how it works out. But I mean, just thinking bad thoughts about your parents, believe it or not, that's a sin. Talking back is a sin. Lying to them is a sin. Stealing, defaming somebody, talking behind their back, gossiping. All those are supposedly minor sins, but they all build up.
Oh, shut up.
I figure I've got a couple of Santa Claus sacks full of stuff.
Yep, I'm sure we all do. No one's perfect.
No, the only one person was perfect, and they killed him.
Oh, shut
but he
up.
did that. He knew that was coming, and that's why he was born, and he did that so that we would not have to pay for our sins.
Yep.
If we ask for forgiveness, and if we ask Jesus to bring us.
I do have to say, Shelly Belly, I think the worst thing in the world for me personally would be to have changed places with Madeline Soto before her life was taken. I personally would rather have and this is just me, I'd personally rather have my life taken than to have been abused by this monster for years. He disgusts me in just a couple of words that he says. He makes me so angry. But growing up, I had a beautiful childhood, riding bikes, playing outside, playing with the kids. I'm 45, so I grew up when there were no cell phones and the games. I had Nintendo, but my brother stole it all the time. So I was always out having a good time, playing in the creeks, climbing trees. I could not imagine having to live like Maddie did from the moment Stephan started grooming her when she was on his shoulders. I would rather die than what he did to Madeline Soto. So they keep glossing over all that CSAM and that fake relationship that he thinks he had with Maddie. That's the worst thing in the world you can do to a child. Absolutely disgusting. And thank you, Kathy, my beautiful little angel. Thank you. Yeah, I did have an awesome childhood thanks to my mama. I was always outside playing with the kids, doing some getting dirty, climbing trees, not stealing watches. Yeah, they're comparing Jesus to her son. These people are delusional.
Bring us home.
Yep. And well, that's what I've been doing. And
Right? And she still
been
smiled.
praying for forgiveness, praying for salvation, and also praying for deliverance. And I want you guys to also pray for me to be delivered as well. Pray for me to come home and pray for that opportunity. You know, I've been talking to God and telling him, you know, I can do whatever I need to do to get my life right, but I need the opportunity to do that. And it's only through him that I will have that opportunity if he can see it in his heart, to shine his grace and his mercy down on me and allow me the opportunity to see my mother and father again.
Oh, shut up.
You know?
Well, I will pray for that too.
Yeah, keep praying for it. Pray for him to hear me, and I'm praying for it as well. And I'm hoping for it, and whatever happens, good or bad.
Thank you.
I know.
You accept it with grace and dignity, and know it's not the end of the world.
Yep, that's what
You getting any chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
What's that?
Are you getting a chance to learn any Spanish while you're there?
No, I have not had a chance to avail myself of any education programs yet, but I do hear plenty of it being spoken around me.
No education.
Well, that's what I mean. Whether you're picking up some of whatever.
No, sometimes when people ramble like that, it all kind of slurs together and gets jumbled up.
Uh-huh.
But that may be just more of a consequence of the echoes and acoustics in here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I keep thinking if I've ever had a Jesus take the wheel moment in my life, this is certainly it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for you? For you, buddy?
Yeah, no kidding. And just,
You know, he would have continued abusing her as long as he would have got away with it. Had that not happened, whether it was Jenn Soto, whether it was Stephan Sterns and Jenn Soto, or Jenn Soto and Stephan Sterns took her body and got rid of it, whatever happened, you're right, Forever True. Deliver me from temptation was never said by Stephan Sterns until now that he's caught. That's the only reason. He'd have kept on doing it for as long as he could. I'm sure Maddie would have went to her mom again or told her dad or told somebody the older she got. I believe she wanted out of it, and that's what happened. And it's just disgusting. He's only like this because he got caught. In his delusional mind, they were in a relationship together. It's what it sounds like to me. And you guys, it's all going to come out. You're going to hear it. When you listen to all these damn calls and you read between the lines, that's kind of what he's saying. And he's blaming Maddie and he's blaming Jenn for that, for pushing her onto him.
I hope I have the chance to see you guys again. I really do hope for that.
I would like to be able to see you or give you a hug or talk to you face to face.
Yeah, I keep telling God that, you know, what I want more than anything now is just to see my parents again, and that, you know, they need me around and I need them, and I want a chance to give you guys a hug and a kiss and tell you how much I love you and I've missed you.
Okay, baby, we know that.
All right, baby.
And you know how we feel, so.
Yeah, just keep praying for me. Pray for me to be delivered.
I do. We pray for you every week in church. We're going to a New Day Christian church and enjoying it. It's a lot like Saddleback in many, kind of a smaller version of Saddleback.
Very knitting.
Wow.
But it's the preachers are good. The preachers are good. The music is good.
Well, I'm glad you guys found a place that you like.
Uh-huh.
You know, no matter what, you know, I don't want you guys to worry about me too much.
I don't think you can.
It's going to be hard to do.
You can't make that happen.
I know. I just want you to.
You can't be parents and not worry.
I just want you to know that I'm at peace, and that I have this weird feeling like everything's just going to be okay. Can't really explain it.
Okay.
Well, you're alive, buddy. Maddie's not.
I understand.
But no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And if the worst comes to worst, you know, I know that I'll make my peace and I'll meet with all my loved ones on the other side.
Nobody's waiting for you,
I
buddy.
hope so.
Nobody's waiting.
I hope so.
They'll be in hell.
I mean, when I went there, I didn't see anybody. All I saw was poodles.
Well,
But my surgeon said I wasn't all the way through the door, but I was just hovering, and he said, God talks to you and things you understand. He said, you understand poodles.
Oh, that's true. But you do have more than your fair share of those waiting for you on the other side.
Poodles and horses, yep, cats.
Poodles and horses and
people, hopefully.
Yeah. A lot of people, yeah. Grandpa Joe, Uncle Joey, Uncle Woody, Grandpa Sid, Grandma Kay.
You gotta love all the artistic people at Guilty of Crime. It says Stinky Sterns for Gen Pop 2025. And then you got the skunk with his ugly ass face. Gotta love it. Thank you, Tiff. I hope you're feeling better. I'm gonna post those on my community page after. She made some little pins with Jen and Stephan, Potato Jen and Stephan. Stinky Sterns, Gen Pop 2025. Oh my God. Love it. All right, let's keep going.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I've got all those people too, and some friends that I've lost, and hopefully as well.
That would be good, because I know she's there.
Yeah.
You know, I tried as hard as I did for you, and I mean, we're talking ugly crying.
You're ugly.
Oh,
everything.
I'm ugly crying too.
Well, we saw you ugly crying, fool.
Oh, I still think about it. I still think about you every night. I still pray for you every night. I still cry for you. I'm sure you know that.
I still cry for you. You know that. Anna Orlando, and Anna, if you guys don't know her, she's from Florida, deep into this case, been here since the beginning with us. I agree. His parents need to see some of those pictures. Their nasty, evil son. He's gross. He's disgusting. He's evil. He's beyond redemption. I pray for him to go out of this life as soon as possible, or just to be as confined as possible and bored as possible with as least amount of money as possible. He's just so disgusting. Yeah, I love the art too. Everybody on Guilty of Crime is really creative in some way. But I wish that too. I hope that they go. I don't think they're going to, though. I think they're going to show up for court just for sake of maybe the trial and say, oh, we can't travel. We're too old. It's 3 hours away or 4 hours away. And they're not going to go. But I think Stephan Sterns' dad, Chris, might enjoy those pictures, Anna. That's the only reason I don't think that he should see them. But I wish they actually knew. That toxic mom is making me want to throw up. Luckily, I'm almost done with this episode. I don't know what's up with their ugly crying scripted crap. If they get a guilty conviction on the CSAM before the death penalty, the CSAM evidence can be Chatterbox, but like you just said, it can be or it cannot be. It's a toss up. It's a 50-50 there.
1 minute.
Good. 1 minute
I guess
left.
we'll say good night.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I say hopefully sweet dreams, no nightmares.
I have been having lots of dreams. I haven't had nightmares, but they've been strange dreams. I've seen a lot of faces of the people that I've worked with, the people that I've had as friends, and you guys too. And a lot of them have been weird, like movie plots.
He's so stupid.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's weird, but the one person I haven't seen in my dreams has been.
Is Maddie.
Well, actually, I've seen a couple times, but I haven't seen for some reason.
Yeah, she's probably still getting oriented.
Maybe.
Did you hear it? He just said it. Why is she even saying that? Maddie's still getting oriented, you guys. No accountability that he not even just took her life. We know that, but all that stuff before that ruined it. He said he hasn't seen Maddie in his dreams, and the mom says, well, maybe she's just still getting oriented. She's just making herself comfortable. You know how you just, after you've been graped for years and then life taking, you're just getting acclimated to it. After Maddie's acclimated, she'll come visit you, I'm sure. They don't understand anything. It's disgusting because I think they do. They just are so oblivious and delusional that this is the kind of shit. I hope they're embarrassed. I hope you guys see this and are embarrassed of how you're talking.
Here on the other side, she'll say, "Hey, Smelly, what took you so long?"
Yeah, hey, Smelly. You see that?
Okay.
He does smell.
But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you within the next couple of days, okay?
Okay, I love you too, darling.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Steph.
Good.
Bye.
Thank you for using IC Solutions.
Even she called them smelly. Did you just hear that? That kind of made me laugh. Bring this up in court. Okay, now, Pink Banjo, they are going to bring this up in court. They are going to play as many phone calls that they can, just like they did in the Lori Vallow case with the text messages. Luckily, there's phone calls to listen to. With Lori Vallow, they read those text messages, and it was pretty embarrassing, if you ask me. I would be embarrassed. And yeah, the audacity of them. They are going to play these. Yeah, Madeline Soto would come up to him and say, "Hey, Smelly." That's not funny. They aren't embarrassed. Clearly, that's the worst part. Well, these just came out, Amanda. They just came out and they were in June. They haven't heard us that we know it. We haven't heard them talk about hearing us make fun of them yet because these are older calls. All right. So I hope they're embarrassed and they feel ridiculous like idiots. And I hope they realize everything that's recorded, we're breaking it down and making fun of all of them and know how disgusting those people are. I hope if they ever try to go get a job anywhere, they get shunned. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you how I feel. Natasha, welcome. These parents are delusional. How can they say? Yeah, they're talking about Maddie like nothing. Like she's just chilling. Like, wow, she's getting acclimated to her first day at high school or something. All cut from the same cloth. Yeah. All right, you guys. This is day number 2 of the week. We have just finished officially these batch of phone calls in 3 episodes. So I got more coming, not these next week. I don't know if I should play that. If it's the I don't know. I think I need to put that in members only, Carrie, because I don't want to get myself in trouble. Natasha McKay, thank you for becoming a member. Carrie, is that what I think it is? Is that the Turtle Island? Is that Turtle Island with me getting voted off of it? All right, are you gonna get me in trouble? It's good. Okay. Okay, let me see here for 1 second and think if I want to. I have to listen to it first. Hold on. I got to download it. You guys talk for a second. Let me see if I can even play it here. Last time I couldn't get it to play that's a problem. I couldn't get an MP4 to play without uploading it. So good I desktop. I'm sure I'll love it, but let's see. All right, I'm gonna see. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you guys an idea, and I hope you guys can hear it. Now, I got immunity. I just want to tell you quick, everyone. First of all, if you don't want to be here, this is the end of Stephan Sterns jail calls. No doubt, Jenn Soto pushed Maddie onto him. She knew. Part 3 and final of all the phone calls. Now, a lot of you guys don't understand what Turtle Island is. So I just want to tell you it's Dolly Uncensored. We still have a chance of winning. Next week, I have immunity. Now, it's not about the immunity part, Carrie. I just didn't want to get myself in trouble. Jennifer B says Turtle Island loves me, but I want to show you how competitive Turtle Island can be. So that way you guys can go and help keep me on there onto Turtle Island. And I hope this plays. I hope you can hear the video because sometimes when I try playing it like this, it won't let me unless I upload it. So let me know if you guys can hear it. If you can't, I have to upload it first. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you can see it. I'm going to show you that's Turtle Island. We're on Turtle Island. Let me know if you can hear it. I so far haven't been able to play an MP4 off of this yet. I'm going to play it in chat. If you can hear it, press 1. If you can't hear it, press 2. I'm going to hit play. All right. Where'd it go? It says we can't get your OneDrive connection Dang it. See, I was just playing it and now it's not letting me. Hold on. Download. I really want to play it, but it's being weird. Okay, let me try one more thing, Carrie. And I really want to upload it because I really want you guys to know about Turtle Island and what it is. But for some reason, that MP4 thing always messes me up like that. All right, so let's go here, save. Yes, and then we're gonna open it from here. All right, let me try. All right, let me know if you can hear it. All right, this is that. This is Turtle Island. Some people don't like me and they want to kick me off. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? Was that it? You couldn't hear it? I knew you couldn't hear it. All right, that was me getting kicked from Turtle Island. Thank you so much, Microwave. It's a quick clip. So actually, if you give me 2 seconds, I can upload it and then do it. But I don't know why MP4s. Does anyone know why MP4s are weird like that, you guys? Okay, like I can just upload it real quick. Where'd it go? Turtle Island, upload, and then I can play it for you guys. All right, so it says let's talk true crime, and it's Turtle Island, baby. Turtle Island. So you can vote for me or you can kick me off. All right. And that's Turtle Island, Dolly Uncensored. We're trying to win. And you know why we want to win, you guys? We want to win because if we win, I believe there's a money prize, and then we can buy a bunch of merch and give it out. Now, we're already going to give the Foxy boxes. I have t-shirts and hoodies here in my possession that I'm going to give out and personally send to you guys. So I'm going to play this right now. I just uploaded it. Thank you, Carrie. It's going into my shorts. Now I can play it. I hope you guys are still here. Did it go to my videos or my shorts? Let's see. All right, I just uploaded it and shorts. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Why is it so long? Is it really that long? Okay, all right, guys. I hope you didn't leave because now I can play it. Let me pull this down and I can play it from my channel now. So here we go. Let's talk true crime. Save. There it is. Okay. It looks like it's letting me do it. Play. Okay, there it is. I can. Wait, is it play? Okay, I got it. I got it, guys. Sorry about that. And thank you so much, Microwave Cheese, for meandering. Stephan Sterns is meandered to hell. Highway to hell. Love the Stearns family. Hashtag arrest and said, okay, stay here now so we can know what Turtle Island is. And there's people that want to kick Jay from Guilty of Crime off. Sometimes they're nice and sometimes they're not. So it's really fun to play Turtle Island. You see Guilty of Crime is on there, and Carrie meandered over there and she took a clip of it. All right. So here it is. You guys have to go and vote for me. It's on Sunday nights and Thursday nights. Is that right, Carrie? Or is it on tonight? Let's check it out.
Dolly.
Yeah, this is Bree from Canada.
Hey, Bree.
Hi, I would like to call to kick Guilty of Crime.
Guilty of Crime. And for what reason do you want to kick Guilty of Crime?
I want to kick Guilty of Crime because she's not the same creator that I started watching a year ago.
Not the same creator from a year ago. So I will take your vote, Bree, to kick Guilty of Crime.
Thank you.
Dolly.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can.
All right, so the game is getting crazy, you guys. The game is getting crazy. People want me off. That was the nice version. Last week, Turtle Gang got a call and was like, hey, kick Jay from Guilty of Crime because she's a dyke bitch. You can't say that on there. All right, you can't say it on there. And now we're they're toning it down now. You guys know who this is. You guys all know who this is. Sharon, you know who this is. You guys all know. You might as well hear it now because you're going to hear it when you go on to Turtle Island.
Dolly.
Yeah, this is Bree from Canada.
Hey, Bree.
Hi, I would like to call the kick Guilty of Crime.
Guilty of Crime. And for what reason do you want to kick Guilty of Crime?
I want to kick Guilty of Crime because she's not the same creator that I started watching a year ago.
Not the same creator from a year ago. So I will take your vote, Bree, to kick Guilty of Crime.
Thanks.
Dolly.
Hey.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. We have to turn the TV down. This is Jay with Guilty of Crime.
Hey, Jay.
Can I vote?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
All right. Well, guess what? I'm going to vote for Guilty of Crime for not being the same creator that I was a year ago. Bang.
Okay, you're going to vote for save yourself because you're not the same creator you was a year ago.
Hell no, I'm not. I'm much better.
Much better. There you go. I mean,
Much
you
better.
can only get better, I think. You can't get much worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my wife here this time. She gets a vote too, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, here's the wife.
Hey, this is Tori
Hey,
from
Tori.
San Jose.
Hey, Tori.
I am voting for Guilty of Crime because she is the best wife, the best creator of YouTube on finding out crimes and being oriented with all her mods and all that. She is the best. I have to say, the best.
All right, Tori, I will take your vote to save your wife. You guys have a
Yes.
blessed night, and I will talk with you. Where are you calling from?
Damien from Wisconsin.
What's up, Damien?
Not too much.
Okay, so I don't know
This
if you
one's
heard me.
good.
You're the Easter egg caller, so that means you get to pick one player on the board that has immunity next show, and you get to cast a vote. Who do you want to give immunity to?
I don't know who this is,
Let's
but
see.
it's funny. Fess up,
That's
whoever.
hard to say. I was just calling to say should probably say Guilty of Crime.
Okay, do you want to give Guilty of Crime immunity next show?
Whose husband is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, do you want to vote to save Guilty of Crime this show?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and for what reason do you want to save Guilty of Crime?
Well, I'm kind of just, shall we say, getting a little nudge from somebody close to me.
Okay,
But
okay.
I was leaning that direction anyway, but I get a little nudge from somebody close to me.
Oh,
So.
you don't want to die. Stop.
Somebody's husband called in and said that. That was, I don't know if it was a husband or a boyfriend or what. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think they do a fantastic job over there. I love PJ and Dolly and their sense of humor and their merch and everything like that. There you go. Jennifer B knows about it. Thank you, Carrie, for clipping that. Smart hubby there. He's like, I think I'm supposed to vote for Guilty of Crime, which gave Guilty of Crime. He also gave us immunity and he didn't even know it. So I thought that was really cool. And, that helps if you go on, it's Tuesdays and, Thursdays and Sundays. Go over to Dolly Uncensored, Turtle Island. We're all going to be over there voting, chilling. You're going to hear Reese. Reese likes to call in and vote for her mom because I'm her mom. When you send someone bad wishes, it comes back. That's ridiculous. I agree. You're better now than a year ago. Much more bold and confident. I agree. So yes, so we'll get all you guys. I'll get the link next week and put it on there. Love you, Tiff. Tiff is in here now. All right, so that just gives you an idea of what that is. Whenever I say you guys go to Turtle Island, that's what I want you guys to do is go to Turtle Island. Let Guilty of Crime win so we can spoil you with merch and give it away to everybody. I love the karma of the last episode. They in order. Boom. Jay got immunity. Take that. Thank you, Carrie, my girl. Microwave sees. She said, "I'm not into turtling, guys." You guys have all heard of everybody, but we're not calling that out. We're just saying go over and help us win to help you win, and it's all good. It's all in fun. I'm not worried about it. You guys, I don't spread rumors, but I love you guys. Let's win. Let's get merch for you all. And yeah, Turtle Island absolutely can be fun. There's some rude people, but that's part of a game. People get upset when there's a game. There's sore losers, right? We're not sore losers over here at Guilty of Crime. And it's like a fantasy football kind of thing. Yeah, it's like a game show. You're ready to jump in. 2 hours goes by really quick. And it's fun because you get to chat with the mods and me, Jay from Guilty of Crime. So it's on Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I'm not into that. His whatever he's doing there. We were put into the show, and I want to win that show. We were nominated for that show, and that's what I don't know anything about any of that, Miss Marshall. So I'm going to support Guilty of Crime, which you just heard, so that we can win. Yeah, and it's fun. It's fun. Reese had fun. My wife had fun. Carrie's having fun. Tiff's having fun. Synth's having fun. Sharon's having fun. Carly, we're all having fun. That's what it's about. But thank you. I appreciate that, Miss Marshall. I appreciate that. It's all about Guilty of Crime, though. So that being said, you guys are all part of Guilty of Crime. And that's why I want to win, so I can get you guys things. A lot of people come to me and say, Jay, I can't afford the merch. I'd love to get gifted some merchandise. I can gift you merchandise when I win something like that. I can gift you merchandise now because I have some. So when I have it and I win, then I can do it. So turtle, gang, turtle, hashtag Guilty of Crime. Let's win and get you guys some cool stuff. And I'll mail it to you, all that fun stuff. I'll let you know very soon. The live schedule is Thursdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jennifer B says he does not advocate for Don Wells. He's spoken with him. Yes, thank you, Jennifer B. I know there's a lot of people in my chat that are on Turtle Island and with Dolly. And as far as I'm concerned, Dolly and PJ, I would love to I would go with my wife and I on a double date with them. We would probably laugh our asses off because they just make me laugh. They make me laugh, and people that make me laugh are good in my book. Monica Olin, thank you so much for the $3 super sticker. I'm glad you caught us. Shit, her being stupid opened up a spot for me. Yes, baby, yes. Yeah, without that, Tiff wouldn't have been here. So rock on. Love you, Tiff. I'm so glad that we found you. Sharon Belko, absolutely. I have the best mods ever now. Most loyal, most creative. And I gotta say, they're all very pretty, if that matters. Beautiful inside, beautiful out. I am very lucky. So thank you for whoever made that happen. You guys have a wonderful night. I love you all. Sharon, my twin, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. Carrie, thank you. And wanted the old bucket of bolts, lady. I love you guys. I'm all out of here. I gotta go before I stay forever. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Guilty of Crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of Crime.
Are you guilty?